Prayer is old as civilization itself. From the earliest human societies, people believed that speaking to gods could change their fate, whether for rain, harvest, or protection from enemies. But prayer didn't just evolve as a personal act of faith. And that's what we're going to talk about today: the dark tyranny of prayer. Ancient rulers and priests told the masses that prayer was their connection to the divine, but in reality, it was a way to make people obedient and to accept their suffering. The pharaohs, the priests, the preachers claimed if you suffered, it was because you didn't pray hard enough, and if you wanted blessings, you had to give your loyalty, your money, your time to those who claim to have a special connection to gods. Let's talk about how prayer has kept people passive. One of the greatest tricks of power has been convincing people that prayer is a solution, instead of demanding change, fighting injustice, or taking action. Prayer teaches submission. Just think about it. How many times has prayer been used to pacify people? Slaves were told to pray for deliverance instead of revolting. Women were told to pray for their abusive husbands instead of leaving them. By keeping people on their knees, prayer definitely becomes a leash. So what happens when prayer doesn't work? Instead of questioning the system, people are taught to blame themselves. Didn't get that job? Well, you didn't pray hard enough. Did you lose a loved one? Maybe your faith wasn't strong enough. In many religions, prayer isn't just a ritual, it's a moral test. Doubt is seen as weakness, and unanswered prayers are often blamed on the individual. And then there's the ultimate threat here. If you don't pray, then you are rejecting your faith, and that means you'll suffer, either in this life or the next. Prayer is presented as a choice in these religions, but in reality, for many, it's forced through fear, guilt, and generations of family conditioning. And let's not forget how religion has become a big player in institutions. They have made trillions of dollars convincing people that their prayers are only as powerful as the money they give. Don't you notice it in church? They always pass the bucket around. They always tell you to give, to donate, but at what cost? From selling prayer cloths to multi-million-dollar empires, faith has been monetized, and people in desperate situations are told to donate for special prayers or blessings. Hope isn't just a feeling now, it's also a product for sale. Prayer becomes harmful in real-world consequences. At its worst, the tyranny of prayer has deadly consequences. How many children have died because their parents chose prayer over medicine? How many political leaders have offered thoughts and prayers instead of real policies? Time and time again, we see prayer replacing action. In the face of violence and inequality and suffering, prayer is used as a convenient excuse to do nothing. Time and time again, we see prayer replacing action. So where does that leave us? If prayer is a tool of control, then what's the alternative? The answer is simple: action. Change has never come from prayers alone. It comes from people standing up, questioning authority, and taking real steps towards progress. Hope isn't just found in whispered words to the sky. It's found in science, activism, and human connection. Instead of praying for a better world, we need to build one. The answer has never been in prayer alone. It's always been within us. So what do you think? Has prayer helped or harmed more in history? Let me know in the comments below.
Stay till the end of the video. Thank you so much, and you are my new best friend. But if my channel resonates or aligns with, your purpose or what you want to learn about, definitely introduce yourself in the comments down below and let's get to know each other. So thank you so much for tuning in to the channel, and I hope that you stay and subscribe.